My name is Wesley Watts, and today I'll be talking about the advancements of ancient Egypt. One of the great advancements of ancient Egypt was that at the time they had a higher status for women. In ancient Egypt, women were kept to a higher status than elsewhere in the world. Women in Egypt were allowed to go where they pleased, inherit property, enter business deals, and much more. This was not commonplace for early civilizations, as they kept a more crude and primal way of life, leaving women as only providers for children and not equal to men. The ancient Egyptians were like most doctors when it came to medicine at the time. They believed in various kinds of magical remedies. Though their cultural belief in mummification, they learned much more about the human body and its intricacies. The doctors at the time also knew how to perform intricate surgeries which they described on their written records. Their forms of medicine were so advanced for the time that some of their practices are used for today. The ancient Egyptians were one of the first civilizations to try and learn neuroscience. They were one of the first to describe conditions like epilepsy, strokes, and migraines as a result of head injury. The ancient Egyptians partially developed mathematics to solve problems they faced at the time. When the Nile River flooded their land, they had to use geometry to calculate the exact land size every year to determine property line. Egypt also used math for big projects such as constructing the pyramids so they could find the exact size and location the blocks needed to be placed. They also used their mathematical prowess to construct their irrigation systems. What the ancient Egyptians are most known for is their astronomy. Astronomy in ancient Egypt was studied by priest astronomers. By studying the movement of planets, they could form a 12-month calendar of 30 days with additional 5 days at the end of each year. This calendar became the basis of the calendar we use today. Arts in ancient Egypt were comprised of statues, wall paintings, and carvings on temples. Some of these art pieces described everyday things for the ancient Egyptians: trade, farming, and religious ceremonies, and even their family life. The Egyptians had also developed a form of art they stuck with for a few millennium. As a way of appreciation or worship, they would make their gods or pharaohs larger than that of other humans. One particular prominent feature was that the artist would always paint a person's face and limbs in profile, but their shoulders and eyes always faced the viewer. As mentioned earlier, the Egyptians would also build statues and monuments. One of the most popular monuments, the Sphinx, was built to resemble how a pharaoh was a powerful lion human. The Egyptians also built stone buildings and monuments like the Amun-Re Temple. The ancient Egyptians had an early version of modern-day technology when it came to tools, such as using reeds and clay to keep out heat and cold, similar to modern AC. They also had a form of core drill made out of a copper tube they spun back and forth. Thank you for watching my